We've been driving around, singing songs way too loud because we wanna. Picking up our love friends, fill up the car till it bends.
Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel and welcome to today's video. So this was Saturday morning. My husband had gone to work with both kids and my son was with his dad. So I decided to go ahead and take this time and do not a deep clean, but just a little extra. I went ahead and sprinkled some baking soda onto my mattress, and then I also did it on the carpet. Then I wanted to mop the whole entire house. I ended up using some Pine Sol, which I normally do not use Pine Sol. I always use Tide and hot water, but I just felt like the floors were just grimy and it just needed a good just sanitary clean. So I went ahead and mopped the whole house. And then after I mopped, I ended up using my Boho, almost like a polish. I think that's what that is. I'm not really 100% sure, but I went ahead and used that after I mopped. And you guys, after I was done, the floors looked so much better. They felt so much better as well. I also went ahead and cleaned the dog's area because that area was pretty messy. So I'm happy that I got the time to do this because I felt like, especially my floors, they really needed a good clean, especially because a couple of days before this video, I was working in the kids' bathroom and I was sanding and I was going in and out, tracking in all that pollen. I was spray painting outside, then I was using the appliance epoxy inside the bathroom, and it was just a really sticky mess. So I'm really glad that I was able to do this.
Sparkle in your eyes, some kind of shimmer in your presence, unlike no other I had met. You got me spinning out of context, not really sure what I should do. This is the reason I am leaving. I can't live with or without you.
Okay, and here I am mopping with the Pine Sol, and I use half of what it recommended to use. And you guys, this thing is so strong. I cannot believe how strong it is. I sneeze 100 times. I could not stop sneezing. I will definitely do this again, but I think I would only do it once a month. I will continue to use my Swiffer and my Tide and my hot water, but I cannot use Pine Sol every day. There's no way that my nose can handle it.
When times get rough, I try to tell you we need to fight in every way. No hugs, no kisses could protect us from what the future had in store. Love is a flicker in the distance, what you're doing, it's making me feel like I'm falling. And when you're moving, I can hear my calling. There's no one else here that I see but you. It's what you're doing that's making me feel like I'm falling. Yeah, I'm falling in love. Falling in love. You set my wheels in motion. I'm going crazy for you. I feel like the ocean. I can see you want this too. Cause you've been looking at me all night, trying to figure me out. I just wanna let you know. And I ain't playing no games, baby, you won't change. I only want you. I wanna kiss you before the sun goes down. It's what you're doing, it's making me feel like I'm falling. And when you're moving, I can hear my calling. There's no one else here that I see but you. It's what you're doing that's making me feel like I'm falling. Yeah, I'm falling in love. Yeah, I'm falling in love. I wanna kiss you before the sun.
I am so glad that I was able to do this on this day to these floors. They turned out amazing. They just felt so much better. They didn't have that griminess to it. Even though I had to wait for one section to dry and then do the other section, it was all worth it in the end because the floors turned out amazing and the house smelled great. Even though Pine Sol is not my favorite, it still smelled like the house was nice and clean and sanitized.
It's making me feel like I'm falling. Yeah, I'm falling in love. Yeah, I'm falling in love. Yeah, I'm falling in love. Yeah, I'm Do you ever feel you don't get out what you're putting in? All your hopes and efforts are all in vain. Who will pick you up when you've lost everything? Does it all become for granted with a wedding ring? Oh, there must be more. There must be another way. There must be conscious, different things.
All right, y'all. So I just want to mention here to the right of the screen. So this is my husband's temporary office, I guess. So he just needed an office space really quickly. And this was the only space in the house that we had. So I think I've mentioned this before. My in-laws live downstairs. We moved him in with us because my mother-in-law has Alzheimer's, and the downstairs definitely has bedrooms. Obviously, there's a kitchen, bedrooms, bathroom. It's kind of like a separate apartment almost. So when we were looking to move, this house just kind of fell into our laps, and it worked out because that's exactly what we needed. We wanted them to have their privacy and not feel like, we're in each other's spaces, and it worked out great. But the problem is my husband and I don't have space up here for offices. So my desk and all my stuff is in our bedroom. And then my husband decided to use the desk that we had built in and put it in the living room as his office. And it works for right now, but he ended up having to get one of those like folding tables that I had in the craft room. The craft room was the room that we turned into a bedroom for my stepson. because the house up here only had 3 bedrooms, and there's 3 kids up here in this main part of the house, and then my husband's nephew is downstairs. So we turned that into a bedroom, but then all that stuff had to go somewhere, so we put some of it in the attic, some of it outside. But one of the folding chairs, or the folding tables, he decided that he needed as a desk. So right now we are still trying to figure out how we can make it work to where he has an office space as well, and he has privacy, which I don't think that's going to happen, to be honest. But it is an eyesore. Every time I look at the living room, I'm like, oh my gosh, there's so much paperwork, there's just stuff everywhere. But hopefully we can get it to where we either get him a new desk or a new system, or a new organizing system in place. We are still waiting on our sectional, so we want to get rid of these couches that we have already, and then get rid of a lot of stuff that we have in the living room that we don't want, and then kind of play with the layout. Once we get our sectional in, I'm definitely going to get rid of that little side table that you see there. Just kind of reorganize a little bit and see what kind of space we have. But he definitely needs an office space. He definitely needs a desk, but we don't know what we're going to do. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next one.